Coming up, a child has died while under the care of U.S. Border Patrol. What we know so far in her death. And one state governor in the U.S. just banned the app TikTok from operating in his state. How TikTok is responding. The rundown starts now. This is Straight Arrow News, bringing you unbiased, straight facts. Thanks for joining us. I'm Kara Rucker. Our top story, an 8-year-old girl has died while under U.S. Border Patrol custody in Texas. That's according to a statement from the U.S. Customs and Border Protection. The girl apparently suffered from what's being called a medical emergency, was taken to a nearby hospital, and died. Details surrounding the girl's death are unknown at this time, the CBP not releasing the girl's nationality or further information about her death. The news of her death comes amid concerns that a looming surge at the border will overwhelm resources and reduce care for migrants making the long journey, all for a court date. Last week, a 17-year-old born in Honduras who traveled alone died under the U.S. Health and Human Services Department's custody. House Democrats challenged their Republican colleagues to oust Congressman George Santos from the chamber after the New York congressman was charged with 13 criminal counts, including fraud and money laundering. Instead of voting to expel Santos, Republicans introduced a motion to refer the decision to expel to the House Ethics Committee. That measure passed. Democrats argued it was a nothing motion, saying the House Ethics Committee is already investigating the disgraced congressman. Santos responded to the move to expel him, saying Democrats are trying to hold him accountable without giving him a fair shot at trial to prove he is not guilty of the crimes against him. Several Republicans have called for Santos to step down, which he says is not on the table for him. Just as California lawmakers are considering a list of reparations for Black residents, there's a new proposal now at the federal level that would pay Black Americans who descended from slaves. A group of House progressives, led by Representative Cori Bush of Missouri, unveiled a reparations resolution asking the United States to fulfill an obligation to provide reparations for Black citizens. Bush suggests it could cost the country at least $14 trillion. When asked where the federal funding would come from, the Congresswoman said they're still figuring that out, but believes a debt is owed in order to close the racial wealth gap. Montana has become the first state in the nation to enact an outright ban on the app TikTok. More than half of the states and the federal government have banned the app from being downloaded or used on state and federal devices, but this ban is different, moving to completely eliminate the app from the App Store. Republican Governor Greg Gianforte signing the measure on Wednesday, which is slated to take effect on January 1st of next year, if it can withstand the expected legal challenges to come.
What they're doing is they are shutting down an entire platform that 150 million Americans use for constitutionally protected speech, for political organizing, for news gathering, for communication with loved ones. By blocking this app, you are preventing those people in Montana from actually speaking in the first place on this app.
A representative from the Chinese-owned social media app says Montana is infringing on its First Amendment rights and is unlawful. Montana's governor said the action is to protect residents' private data and sensitive information from being harvested by the Chinese Communist Party. Walgreens will pay the city of San Francisco $230 million to settle a case over the pharmacy's distribution of opioids. A federal court found that Walgreens substantially contributed to the opioid epidemic, specifically on the streets of San Francisco. According to the city's attorney, it's the largest settlement any city has ever received from a single company in opioid-related litigation. San Francisco had sought more than $8 billion from Walgreens. Exotic dancers at a Los Angeles strip club will vote to form a union today. If they vote to be represented by a union, the Star Garden Topless dive bar dancers would become the only unionized strippers in the U.S. The Actors Equity Association would represent the employees, a union that's been around for more than 100 years, representing actors, singers, and dancers. The union says the strippers have similar concerns as other performers, from wage theft to post-show security and safety in the workplace.
Not respecting our boundaries, inappropriate touching, and touching on stage and in the lap dance area that we didn't approve of, and it was uncomfortable.
I was fired for bringing up safety concerns to the management.
This accomplishment is absolutely the best thing that I've ever achieved in my life. It's huge. It's monumental and historic.
These are your top stories. Thanks for watching The Rundown. We're on a mission to bring back trustworthy journalism by serving only you, not an agenda. Be sure to check out more of our work at straightarrownews.com. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Until then, I'm Kara Rucker. Have a great day.